wouldn't be that easy since the headache seems to grow worse the more damage you do to him. You don't know what would happen if it got that bad. And then also he seemed like a pretty nice guy other than the fact that he was ravenously hungry for a giant. So there he is, buried up to his shoulders.
I definitely have some sympathy for this guy, for this giant, guys. Feeling bad for him.
What about the last giant? Did you ever get any sympathy for him? Ever think about that?
Poor guy.
As a matter of fact, as you were falling to sleep, he was gross, but that might have been the magic making him gross.
Yeah.
Maybe he had a family. Maybe he was a simple woodcutter working in the high mountain regions and then just accidentally ate a plant that he wasn't supposed to eat or something, or got
Some
cursed by a
foul
gypsy.
magic was bestowed upon him.
So anyway, yeah. Tyrion commends you for taking the humanitarian approach to this son of a bitch. He says, many heroes perhaps would just chop his head off at this point and be done with it.
Still on the table.
But you care not only about destroying monsters, but also saving people. Sometimes when they're the same, that can become very complicated.
I do.
This is apparent in this situation.
We're doing a couple things here, like if we can make things easier for us, because we got to do this a whole bunch more, and if we have like a workaround that doesn't involve like having to like kill a bunch of people, and we can just just make them back into people, then that's gonna maybe be easier. You know what I mean?
I'm definitely down for that approach.
Yeah. No, I'm not arguing the approach. I'm just, let's go.
Have you put any consideration into our situation with the king? Or whoever that may be.
Let's talk more. Let's talk more in a bit.
I feel like we can let's deal with the guy with his head buried up to his neck. Then we'll have some more time. I feel like maybe that's a little more pressing.
Very good. Any other things we should discuss before we take this imminent period of sleep? Y'all are getting pretty tired-eyed. Y'all have been sluggers all day, worked really hard. Now it's time to bed down.
Real champs. Good job, champ.
And the lights go down in the city or in Dorne. All right. And then you get all woken up early in the morning with the headache of a hungry giant, psychic power. Pretty rough.
I take some of that chew. Yeah, I take some of that chew out of my bag.
Nobody speaking.
Can you hear me? Mic check.
I have muted myself so I can eat white cheddar goldfish.
Can you hear me?
Interesting plan. What everybody else's excuse?
That was my bad. My bad. I went on. I was trying to set up a push to talk, make it real nice, so I could cough from smoking this joint without bothering you guys.
Can you show us the joint in the stream
Sure.
On the
yeah, big old fat spleva.
You don't have video.
Oh
this.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to see it until it goes live.
I'll
on
check into the stream later.
Yeah, it's on YouTube's.
What about Dylon? What happened to him?
Dylon. We do not know, but I take some of that stuff, that chew that that we have, and put it in my lip and start chewing on that to help with the headache.
Good move.
So just chat it.
Takes the
Hold on.
edge off.
We have enough of that to go around.
Mind your
I think
own damn
everybody had
business.
some.
Oh, his earbuds have destroyed the channel.
Earbuds.
Wasn't it working earlier, Dylan?
Yeah, it was absolutely working.
You were totally talking on it.
Oh, he must have plugged in his earbuds and messed it up. He needs to go to the gear, voice and video, and set his input and output device.
This is my favorite part of Dungeons and Dragons. Technical difficulties.
No, man, I was trying to avoid all that. I'm sorry. So not only am I smoking a joint of the highest quality marijuana right now, but
What's
I'm
your
also.
strain?
This is Diamond Crescendo. Sounds good, doesn't it?
That does sound pretty good.
And then I'm drinking Jameson and some Mandarin Pale Ale.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, but
Hey.
it looks. Oh, the DM's back.
That was how I fooled you guys.
I can hear you. Did you
tried
get
to
your
do
earbuds working?
Yeah, it works now. I had to just disconnect them and then reconnect them. I was trying to like connect them on my computer and
Mhm.
then I connected them back to my phone and now it works and now I can mute.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
to eat my popcorn. All right.
Dude,
Sorry guys.
popcorn is one of the best snacks, and it's good for. Well, it's not really heavy, you know. It doesn't add a lot of weight. Like you can eat that as a snack if you're on a diet. Now you know.
It's nice, yeah. I love popcorn. I just bought some fresh ass popcorn. I plan to pop up before I watch the Sonic movie.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it. You're in for a treat.
Because I'm gonna eat popcorn while watching.
And
while
the
watching-
movie's gonna be good too.
Nice.
It looks like some of Jim Carrey's finest work.
Yes, he's
Dude,
a method actor.
He is like, I respect that he's like back in the groove with this. But to Danny DeVito, man, would he have not been the perfect Dr. Robotnik?
Oh,
Yeah, you're right. Like you're right though.
I am right when I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
when you're right, and you're always right.
No, not always.
All right, so what's the plan? You gonna feed this guy first? Or you gonna
We
make him
should
hungry?
have
He's like, I'm
feasts.
so hungry, man. I gotta break out of the sand.
We
should feed him.
we have those magical feasts that you can conjure. So conjure them up, buddy.
Gabriel,
Yeah. I will bountiful banquet his face. But before I do that, I'll be like, what sounds like the best food for you to eat, man? To the giant.
favorite is goat stomach stuffed with herring.
Okay, just tons of that nasty ass shit. And what to wash it down, man?
Goat milk and gin. It's a real drink.
That's what I've been told.
Monster energy drink. See what I did there? Monster.
No, I don't want to eat the monster energy. I just
Yeah.
want to go back to my goat herd and eat grubs.
Wah.
Sorry, buddy. We have Mountain Dew and Crab Clash.
Some Cheeto dust. All right. You reach out. You make your divine connection. You summon forth this banquet of goat entrails. It's steamy and there's lots of them, and his mouth is watering. And someone's got to probably feed him since he's not. He doesn't have hands available at the time. How are we gonna do this?
Tyrion, need your
on.
help, bud.
Aww.
Are you seriously asking me first?
Yeah.
I guess I am the hand.
Wait.
King.
Wait. I could cast an unseen servant, and I could just summon a fake dude to feed him.
That's pretty freaking high tech of you.
Yeah.
Which
That's,
I think will keep poor Tyrion from having to
I
have the
think I
worst
like
job.
that idea. Poor Tyrion might
So,
get gobbled up
yeah.
accidentally as he's feeding the giant because he's so small.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, have magic. We'll use it. It's a first level spell. Let's cast Unseen Servant. I'll do that, and then just have the mysterious magic person do the feeding.
Sounds good.
That sounds like the safe way to go about it.
You got some mountains of food just apparently feeding itself into this giant's mouth, and he's like, "Oh, it's so tasty! Oh, thank you."
How's that?
Is
how's
the
that
headache subsiding? Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is lessening. Here. Oh, thank you so much. I'm eating all of this food.
Those look like deviled eggs, son.
I did, in my mind, consider some deviled eggs to be the tasty part, which I will now eat as well.
Goat
Okay, so the unseen
entrails.
servant is feeding this dude. You guys are gonna start rolling some dispels.
Hold on just a second.
Holding on.
I want to check another spell. Make sure it's on my spell list. Because is dispel magic? I guess I can look it up. Sorry. Caster level. Oh, okay. So I can't boost our caster level at all. All right. Who wants to cast first?
Well, we have the token, yes?
Yes.
So we're just gonna try it as much as each one of us can, give or take, basically.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
What did you make the token out of?
I made it. Let me look and see what items I have. I think dispel magic is a good 8-sided die.
It's like a garnet and an
Yeah.
8-sided die.
Yeah, because those hurt when you throw them at people, and they totally distract them from the spell that they're casting. So you can counterspell with it.
Excellent. Tyrion sees you passing this thing around, and he's like, "That's another thing about the king. He is now much more interested in gems and jewels."
How do you mean, Tyrion?
Bran was never one for displays of wealth in terms of jewelry, and he is now very interested. He has asked for an accounting of the royal finery, and seems to be intricately interested in gems worn by folks during councils, during public events.
Yeah, here's the thing about money, man, and I know you know about money, but what was Bran worth when he was up in Winterfell? He was like the third or fourth down from heir to Winterfell. Like he didn't really have much. Like you build him a saddle that he can ride around in when he's crippled, and he's pretty happy. But then you make him king, and he's got the wealth of the crown, man. And once you have a yacht, then you want a bigger yacht, and then if someone else has 2 yachts, then you want to have 4 yachts, and
Have you ever heard of the phrase? I don't know if they have this around here. Nouveau riche.
Hi. Yes.
yeah, it's like wealth, you put a gold coin in your pocket, and then it just wants to have friends. If you never had a gold coin, what do you know about gold? But the more you have, greed, man.
He. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh,
But interesting, you say only specifically worn at meetings, not just going around trying to mine gems or trying to get cool gems for his collection, like one of those hippies that lives in the Southwest that thinks gemstones cure everything. He's specifically interested in them in a specific setting.
almost as if through the eyes of a pickpocket. It is horrible of me to even make a comparison, but that is the only thing I can think of. Or a magpie.
I'll keep that in mind.
Anyway, the food is disappearing rapidly, so perhaps you should
Yeah, let's
use your
try to
gems.
dispel magic.
Well, everyone, just start rolling until you're out of spells.
Who's going first?
I'll go first. 24.
So mine will be the same because it goes off a caster level, right?
Mm-hmm.
The roll
Yeah,
will be the
everybody's
same.
is the same.
Oof.
Are we just going around in order until we?
Well, Delaware,
Whoever.
I'm gonna give you a bit of luck. Delaware, you can roll your d20 twice and take the highest one.
Okay. Pull that up 1 second.
I can do this 3 times a day plus my wisdom modifier, so I can do it 5 more times.
Tyrion watches you guys with interest as you pass it around and stare at it with furrowed brows, and he says, "Is it possible with these to combine your efforts collectively to produce a greater effect?"
Are you suggesting we all hold hands?
Can maybe smell each other. It's just a sniffs,
Can I do a knowledge religion to see if that would help?
What's your knowledge arcana knowledge?
Arcana's 6, religion's 13.
You're also the crafter of the group, so I'll just tell you right now, it's you hadn't really considered it, but it is possible that token mechanics allow overloading.
All right, let's all 3 of us take a bit of luck, and let's all try and dispel magic together into this. Let's. I mean, we don't need to hold hands, but I'll hold it out on my hand, and you guys can touch it, I guess.
See, it didn't matter how you said that. It was gonna sound weird when you said touch it. Could have phrased that a million different ways. It would have been the same.
All right. Shall we all?
Too weird for you? You ain't getting on this ritual?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna look at look at the gem really intensely, and you know,
You feel its power. You don't have
Yeah.
to actually touch it to focus through it.
yeah.
As long as you're like like
s-
he's holding it in a position that you can like assume control
I s-
collectively.
So I stare into the
Lightwood,
depths of
have you
this
ever heard
gem.
of an elephant walk?
No. It's like, I don't know what's going on, guys. Usually I can dispel really good. Let me try this again.
It's like hazing for med students.
Oh,
All right,
Okay,
so
so
you
what are we
guys
doing?
gather around the stone like a coven of witches, this octahedron, and you all are familiar with it. You've all tried to dispel with it before, and you all simultaneously focus your energy to dispel. Everybody roll, and if Gabriel, you also did your luck thing. You can anyone who
Yep.
gets double rolls gets double rolls.
Everyone gets double rolls.
everyone
Everybody
gets
do a double roll.
I did. I got a 14 and 21.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
way significant enough. The thing
Delaware.
totally gets really hot in your hands. Gabe, you guys feel a massive power surge of dispel magic. An anti-magic beam erupts from the gem and strikes the giant munching on his frickin' food, and he starts shrinking.
Quick,
He
don't let
doesn't
him
even
suffocate
notice.
in the
He
pit.
just finds himself taking smaller and
He's gonna
smaller
be a-
bites of things.
It's gonna be in the pit. It's gonna fall underground, guys.
And
Oh yeah, he's gonna be like
Yeah.
he's gonna be down at the bottom of
Yeah. So
bottom of the pit.
I quickly cast fly on him and like fly him up to the top of the hole.
I think he needs to know how to fly or something like
Shit.
that with the fly spell. It
Why
gives
don't you
him
just
the
go?
power.
Why don't you just go fly down and pick him up?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Well, it's as he's shrinking, the sand is covering over him.
Oh fuck!
Mm.
Oh fuck! Dig him out! So I immediately like I spring to action and I dive over there and I try and grab him by the lapel and yank him out of the sand with my fly spell, and that's what I do.
Roll initiative.
Oh fuck!
Cool. Okay, what are you doing? What are you guys doing? He's shrinking. He's like, help me!
I
I'm
rolled a
stuck in the
19.
sand. It's falling on top of me.
20.
All right, like, you're gonna go and grab his hand.
Yeah, I run over. I fly over there like super quick to try and get him before he sinks in the sand and suffocates. And I snatch him by his hand, and I do the wrist grab thing, kind of like they do in the movies, so I could get a good purchase on him. And then I try
Right,
and
roll a wrist grab attack. I'll call it a combat maneuver. Basically, like use your sword attack roll.
Okay.
Reaching out there into the sand, just sticking your hand right in the sand where you saw his fingers slip away.
Base attack is 6-1. I don't know if that has something to do with it. You want me to look at?
Yeah, +6, and then you add your dex modifier as well. What does it say? What does it say for your sword or something? What's the attack roll on your sword?
Let me look. Screaming blade.
Yeah.
The blade. Confidence bonus. Okay, so it's just a +2 longsword. I don't really know how to
It looks
Roll
like
that.
melee is +10, so roll +10. And lose 7,000 million experience points for making the DM look it up.
Fuck.
You'll, you will never level.
I happen. Okay.
All right, so yeah, you grab his fingers and you start dragging him out of the sand. Oh wait, you accidentally grabbed some of the
I grabbed the
food.
food. That was the critical failure.
All right, he's still shrinking down, being a normal person, but he is not stuck in the sand. You saved him like a frickin' hero, because that's what you are. Hey. Yeah.
All right, so maybe you could drop the rock now, man.
Oh, what? Yeah, no problem. I don't need to hold on to this.
All right,
That
I'll
was
just
some
pretend.
delicious herring stuffed goat stomach. It was fermented perfectly.
Well, let's just hope the
Yeah.
food shrunk in size as well. You know.
Yeah, that time when the Hulk zombie ate food and then he wasn't angry anymore and he turned into Bruce Banner and his stomach exploded.
Yeah, we shrunk him
It
down
was
and
pretty
his
good.
stomach explodes. Yeah. Oops.
No,
So
he's cool.
he just shrank. He still looks like a normal sized
He's a normal sized dude.
but he looks like that. He still looks like Xerxes from 300.
No, he doesn't look like Xerxes. Okay, a little bit, now that you mention it. He does look like Xerxes from 300. But apparently, according to Tyrion, doop-a-doop-doo, yep, pretty much just the way a goat herd looks. Stereotypical goat herd from Dorne, now that
Right
he's
on.
his size.
Can we ask you a question, sir? What happened to you, man?
I guess I must have eaten a strange plant in the desert. One day I woke up and my goat herd was so tiny. I was so full of hunger. I ate the entire herd in 2 bites, and I was still ravenous. So I
Here.
ran to the nearest town where I could find something to eat, but I had grown giant and it was a tiny town and everyone was so afraid and they ran away.
Well,
You're from around here, though,
Yeah.
right?
Right over there.
Like, so was this a plant you'd ever seen before? Or was this something that was like, hey, that's new. I've never seen one of those.
Did somebody give you
There are-
shrooms, man, or
there
did you
are-
find them? What happened?
There were no it was a strange plant, but it looked very much like a tuber I was ready to eat. It seemed almost like I remembered it from a story or something.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't eat plants that you don't know what they are, man. Maybe you should just stick to
Goat stomach filled with herring.
yeah, goats. Yeah.
It
Milk
is my
and
choice
milk
of
vodka.
choice, but when I am out herding my sheep, my goats, for instance, you must eat what you sometimes find. Seemed delicious also. Honestly, it was worth it, and I would eat them again.
No. Listen, idiot.
Please don't. Please don't. Or
If there are other things to eat, I will avoid it. I will make this promise to you. But also,
No, please don't eat
I
any more of the
mean-
mushrooms.
come on.
Can you show us where you found it? Can you tell us?
Oh, they
can
are
you
all
tell
gone
us-
now.
Okay, so no
We will
more.
go
No
there,
more
though.
tubers, huh? All right, we'll stay away from the tubers.
We will go there now.
yeah, let's go take a look.
Yeah, dude.
It's right over here, on the far side of this dune. They were right here. But now I have eaten them all, and they have not grown back.
Yeah, so like you totally get a pass for like not knowing any better, man, but like if we have to come back down here, we're going to really kick your ass.
Yeah, things are not going to
So-
go well for you next time if you eat another tuber. And I give him kind of an ominous glare with my my scary tiefling face.
He is intimidated, but he says, "But I am not the only goat herd out here. Somebody else may very well eat one when they come across it. And who's to say this is the only place it will grow?"
Well,
Boy.
just like spread the word. Like, you see this guy with like fucking fire coming out of his hands and like wings and hooves.
Delaware will
and
dox
it's
you, bro.
yeah, like you're not gonna be able to like stream
You're gonna delete your
because
entire online history. You'll have to redo all your Chrome passwords.
That's rough, man.
yeah. So
Okay.
spread the word, and maybe Tyrion, you could like help with a royal proclamation, like don't eat any weird food that you don't know what it is,
Yes,
because you'll
please.
get your ass whooped.
Tyrion considers this. He says, "Seems perhaps we are this. If I have more evidence, we may make such a proclamation." Catching up with you. Sorry, short, stumpy legs. But I'm not convinced that it was the plant. For we have we have a monster in every kingdom. Couldn't possibly be an orchestration of plants, do you think? I suspect something else at work here.
Well,
Something.
yeah, foul at play.
I was going to say narrative.
Oh yeah, totally that too. But that's why I was looking for that plot armor, man.
I think I see now.
But I mean, it wouldn't hurt to say, "Hey, people, there's some you could just make something up. There's a new plague going around that like if you eat mushrooms you've never seen before, that's how you get it. Like we're the the crown is working hard to rid the land of these mushrooms, but just don't eat anything you haven't seen before. It's not going to kill anybody. I mean, what's the resource burn to send a raven back to the to King's Landing and then send this message out across the lands?"
Well, only one raven. If only we could question the last giant as well. We could perhaps plot a trajectory or a pattern.
We will see if there is a pattern on the next one. Let's get this guy back to safety and consider our path to the next area while we ponder, the nature of possible, nefarious forces behind this thing.
Very good. So, Goatherd, what will you do now that you have eaten your goats and scared off all the people you once knew? He looks one way and the other. He looks to be filled with dread at the potential for his future.
Tyrion, why don't you just like give him some gold pieces to help him out, start him on his new life? What goat herder? Like, what's your name, man?
Jeff is my name.
Jeff
Jeff the Goatherd.
Sorry this happened to you. Maybe you should go back to King's Landing and reconsider your life's trajectory. But I'm sure there's a brothel or two that you can hang out at with some gold pieces. I'm sure we could hook you up with some gold, get you on your way. How does that sound, Jeff?
I have never been sad about gold.
Like,
my name has a silent D because I am from Dorne. Tyrion is like, look, I'm not
your name
interested in
D?
paying these people off out of my personal coffers.
Oh, it's not out of your personal coffers, man. It should be out of the royal treasury. Like,
I only brought enough to cover my own expenses on this expenditure.
no, that wasn't very smart, man. Can't you like get a receipt from Jeff and like reimburse yourself?
Like, no, we don't do that.
You should probably look into it. Credit's the thing, man.
So I
Well,
Totally.
I reach into
I
my
will
bag and I pull out
gladly
a few
extend you some
gold pieces.
credit.
I just pay for it myself. I grab 3 gold pieces and hand them to him. How much gold
Very
do I
nicely
have?
done, sir.
I'm like, here, bud. You
Let
get
me
on
look
your.
that
I
up for you.
think I have a million.
All right, sweet. Yeah, hardly makes a dent in your pocket then.
1 million gold.
He's like, "Oh, thank you so much. I am going right to the brothels of King's Landing."
And Jeff, you should probably not talk about this, man. Like, you don't want like the whores to look at you funny, or anyone else really. Like, you just like found some gold pieces in the desert and decide you're gonna make a new life for yourself. Like, you know, you want to make your life easy now, man. I don't know. Invest like in I don't know, iron. I hear iron's a good thing. Um,
I will go
The
to the city.
future
I will
is in
invest in iron,
kumquats.
and I will spend other money, a portion of it, at the brothels
Look into kumquats. Okay?
and
For the next
kumquats,
season.
kumquats, irons, brothels, all next season.
oh, and yeah, man. Like, do you know anything about like foundry, like building things out of iron, anything like that?
Not a thing.
Do you know anything about the city watch, like being a good copper?
No clue what that means.
Okay, you're perfect for it, man. Just go. I try and give them like directions to where I had the guys building a foundry for me right next to the place with the sleepy cop,
Uh-huh.
and I'll scribble down a thing to whatever the lieutenants that was sleeping, saying that this is a new recruit and show him the ropes.
Sounds good. I will take
And
this from you.
yeah, man, it's gonna be great, Jeff.
Jeff.
They'll give you a job. Pretty easy now because no more war in the Seven Kingdoms, and you know your headquarters is right next to a brothel, so it's going to be great.
Good news also, if you need a fallback, they do have goats in large cities, sir. So if you need to fall back on being a goat salesperson or a goat auctioneer or a goat, herder,
Watchman.
you
A
know.
goat watchman.
Yeah,
That
watch-
sounds like the job for me in
There
the
you
city.
go.
I will be a goat watchman.
Very good. All right, bud.
You do you, buddy.
Good luck out there.
Free Dorn's miss to all, and to all a good night.
He's like not going to make it past.
He's
Dornzone,
gonna
but
die.
that's
He's
okay,
gonna
man.
he's gonna make it less than a kilometer before he dies.
But he's got the right attitude, and that's what's important.
Yeah, he's going to make it through Dorne, man. It's his home. Like he'll be fine. Once he gets to the next kingdom, that might be bad, but you know.
Speaking of, let's see where that is. So it looks like, in order, he'll just basically backtrack the way you went through Storm's End, and then up to King's Landing. And you guys, on the other hand, are going to head kind of to the north,
Highgarden.
west to Highgarden and the Reach,
Trip
and
to Golden Grove.
find the
Sorry.
Yeah.
farty giraffe beast.
Yeah, guys, I'm thinking like we go deal with this giraffe beast, but then like maybe we take a little detour back to King's Landing and just like I don't know, hopefully our foundry's up and running and we can you know get a little bit more you know reconnaissance, like know what's going on a little bit more.
I'm wondering if this is just a giraffe that ate a weird tuber. What are you guys thinking?
I think it's some dumb asshole that ate shit that he wasn't supposed to, and now we got to whoop his ass again. Looks like we're circling back on ourselves a lot.
Yeah, you guys fucking drive like crazies.
Fuck. Path that we're dumb as shit.
Nah, you're all right. So.
Well, maybe
You
we
guys-
could stop in Golden Grove, and there's an inn we can regather ourselves, if that's what you're thinking, before we tackle the giraffe beast. Metaphorically.
Oh no, I think we should go up to the Giraffe Beast, then stop back at King's Landing, and
Okay.
maybe we'll get some updates. I mean, Tyrion, like you tell me, man. Like, seems like your spy network is not like, you know, working at 100%, but maybe we need to like kick that into gear and have a little bit of like information going forward.
Like a
Spy network is not the purview of the Hand of the King. Which one of you intends to be the Master of Whispers?
Yeah, none of us
we,
intend to be someone's master, man.
Which one of you intends to be the Whisper Chief?
Chief of the Whispers. I'm definitely interested in sending out, in you gathering up some people. Like, what can you do to help us? You brought gold for yourself, but none to fund this, traipse around your 7 kingdoms destroying monsters for you. Where's the support? Can you just leave, Tyrion, and go back to King's Landing, garner some support for us, and bring back?
No longer appreciated on this journey. I can certainly.
No,
I
think, I'm starting to get a little frustrated with the level of support from the 7 kingdoms that we're saving, Tyrion.
Yeah. I think what my buddy's getting at is, we're doing all this shit to help your kingdom. I mean, I'm not from here. Big Red's not from here.
Gather some resources.
Gabriel's not from here. Like, so
send out people to find out.
why are we doing
more.
this?
Yeah,
we're not funding this. We're not funding this nonsense.
Listen, our path takes us right through Kingsgrave, where there is a keep in need of a lord. When we arrive there, you'll be one of you will be the lord of that keep.
Oh,
no.
no.
Resources.
Okay. Here. Sorry. Go ahead.
Is not the goal here to acquire the wealth of these kingdoms?
Yes.
Are you not here for monetary recompense? Were you not offered each a duchy of your own?
No.
I
Yeah.
have the
But
power
point
as Hand
is,
of the King to enact this, which the king has enabled. So
there's a difference between a salary number and a reimbursable expense. Like, we're going to get those kingdoms in exchange for doing this. We're not also funding this. So when we need to help somebody out, or if the mission needs supplies, that's not on us. Like, how did we end up going out here and being told, not only do you have to use all your magic to stop everybody, but anything you need along the way, it comes out of your pocket?
Well,
no. Let's get out of here. I'm done with it. Screw these guys. If they don't want to fund this expedition, and they want us to do everything for them, everyone, let's figure our way off this.
Well, what about
else.
what about we go to this
Very good.
this in quotation marks castle that he's referring to, and we raid its coffers, and we determine whether or not this is going to be worthwhile for us. I mean, if this place is totally dope, I'm interested in a summer house, down here. We talked a little bit about that, and some good wine, but
Kingsgrave has some of the best Dornish wines.
I'm interested in seeing the place that he's talking about, if it's not too far out of the way, we can jaunt up there and see if we can't make a deal. What do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, I'm down for a summer home. Not in Dorne, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of sand. It gets places. There's no showers in the Seven Kingdoms. Like I feel like a high garden crib to come and chill. That sounds pretty nice. Mostly Castilian's going to be doing the day-to-day work though, because whether I'm here or on some other plane, I gotta ramble, man.
Both Night Song and Horn Hill have keeps. They are both populated, but I will certainly kick the deserving nobles out in exchange.
I'm pretty sure High
Tell me what you want.
Garden's empty right now, right, man?
Now that I think of it,
Yeah,
there
your
is
brother
no air.
totally. Yeah, your brother totally made like the old lady poison herself. That was cold. I read a book or two. Anyway, I mean the main thing is we're just trying to make things safe for all the people so that they can just live their lives. I'm not looking to like hold up in a castle all my life. I just want a nice place that I can come hang out for like I don't know, 3 weeks during the summer and maybe like over Christmas. But
I mean,
um
timeshare. I'm just gonna throw that out
yeah,
there. You know?
exactly. Yeah. We're gonna
That
timeshare it
sounds
up
like
in
a good
High.
idea. It's always a scam. Look, they lure you in. Don't go
With
for
a
the
free set of
timeshare,
golf
man.
clubs.
Right? It's always in a terrible location. No one else wants it. You got fees you got to pay. You never get to go except like once in the middle of April when the weather's terrible.
Oh, don't worry about it, Delaware. We're gonna be running the timeshare. Like
Yeah.
Oh, we're screwing
we're
other
gonna.
people out of money. I'm in.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Man. Like
We're gonna timeshare it
they're
out.
gonna.
That's what I should have
Yeah.
said.
Oh,
Then.
oh yeah. Oh no, I'm in. I'm sorry. I'm back in.
Yeah. No, we're gonna go like High Garden's gonna be our joint. We're gonna find someone that's like um I don't know. Tyrion, where's that fat guy with the really crappy neck beard? Um I think you know who I'm talking about? He's kind of like a coward and knocked up that crazy lady from the north.
Talking of Samuel Tarley, the Meister.
Yeah, what's he doing?
He's at the Meister's Hall.
Old Town?
That's the one.
Well, he's gonna run High Garden for us while we're not around. He's gonna do a great job.
I look around at everyone and I just kind of have this eureka moment. I'm like, Airbnb, guys. That's what I'm talking about. We will rake in the dough.
I don't know what the N stands for, but I'm totally in.
Bed breakfast.
Oh, it stands for That makes sense. All right. Anyway, he's a good guy. He can.
Okay.
He can.
You've
Yeah.
temporarily
We're
sated
just
me.
gonna enslave a dude.
You've temporarily, sated my anger, Tyrion. We'll check out High Garden. We'll travel through some of these keeps you've mentioned on our way up to the Giraffe Beast. Are you okay with that, Delaware?
Yeah. No, I realized we don't really have much. We've got other bigger problems. We don't have much. Even if we wanted to like give up, I don't know how the hell we'd do it. We can't get out of here right now.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll go deal with this Drafty thing after we set up, squatting rights at High Garden. We'll get Samwell to come up. I mean, he really needs to be running all the reach in our stead. He's going to do a better job than us and get the realm fed, because that's what they're that's what the reach does, right, Tyrion? They supply the food.
This is true. This is it is very important to have an effective reach, as it
Yeah.
is the breadbasket of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, so we'll get Sam all set up, able to be making sure no one's eaten any psychedelic tubers that turn them into a tumor giant. Get get the bread basket back going and flowing. Make sure that the Seven Kingdoms are fed, and then we'll get back to King's Landing and we'll have a little talk about
divvying
Yeah.
up the powers, and we'll have a little talk about who the king. What your concerns versus the king. Your concerns about the king, Tyrion.
well, maybe we'll talk about that before we get back to King's Landing, but I'm thinking more about logistics on this little tour of the Seven Kingdoms we're doing, and who's going to be funding this little expedition, and if we need a few gold pieces to
And I'm sure Delaware
grease
is
some wheels.
sick of riding on the back of horses, so we're going to need to talk about our methods of travel, and it's definitely something that we need to discuss.
All you assholes can fly.
I mean, you can too.
Yeah, yes, Delaware, you have flown.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be turning myself into a air elemental every time we got to go somewhere.
I mean, you have the
But not every
ball.
time.
You seem to have something stuck in your craw.
No, all right, I'm really interested in figuring out what the hell's going on and getting ourselves out of here, but if we gotta kill some things along the way and take over some castles along the way, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Very good. So you guys start taking off, heading towards the place, High Garden, where you will become lords and assume your roles as, you know, kings of making some money. You guys pass through the preferred neighborhood of Kingsgrave. Pretty, it's a pretty nice place for Dorne. It's down the middle of the Prince's Pass, which has, is a ravine of some magnitude. On the Dornish side, it's dusty and sandy, and then it kind of gives away to higher elevation. It's a lot of climbing to get into High Garden from there, and you guys find yourself on a mountain pass. Not a mountain pass, but something kind of looking like this. When you guys happen to be accosted by some highwaymen. They're like, you all seem to be. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Our spells back to normal.
Yeah, you've had a day of travel. You guys stopped at Kingsgrave. You guys are at full strength, and these guys don't know it, and they look like pretty run-of-the-mill toughs, the kind you've perhaps had trouble with in the past, but not any time lately.
Do they actually look like that? Like they're not from this plane? Or...
They are from this plane. I just had to grab some generic tokens.
Okay, just checking to see if they're big green highway, ugly green thing highwaymen, or just.
Here, I'm gonna throw Bolden Gorfenstein in there too. So this is kinda...
That's
Bolden
fine. I don't mean to.
Gorfenstein.
I by far do not let it seem like I am critiquing in any way. I just want to make sure I know what I'm looking at.
Bolden Gorfenstein, you bastard.
Yeah, you guys don't stand a chance now.
Okay. Hold on.
So they're they pulled a trick where you're like, oh look, the path is the road is washed out over here. There's like some trees falling in the way, and then you guys stop, and then like an arrow flings through the air. Doesn't hit anybody, obviously. It hits a freaking tree behind you, and these guys come out, and they're all swagger. They got some crossbows and accoutrement, and one of them tries to threaten you. It's very ineffective.
How many, like, if I put the helm with telepathy on, like, how many brains do I am I streaming, am I broadcasting?
There's 5 of them. You can communicate with anybody, any of them.
One at a time, though.
Do you want to try doing it to
Yeah,
multiple people?
I'm gonna put it on either way. We're gonna.
One of them's like,
Actually.
that's a dumb hat.
1 second. I gotta just double check. But I'm also going to be with the telepathy. I'm gonna start speaking to them in Draconic. Whoever many minds I can, and saying whatever sort of colloquial Draconic I know, but just a bunch of nonsense. But I'm guessing these locals don't speak it, and when they have bizarre dragon tongue in their brain, it's not gonna be nice.
Oh yeah, broadcasting. Maybe it's working, maybe it's not. But none of them seem to be afraid of the sounds that you're making in your brain
Oh God.
with their brain, and they're like, one of them's like, I think he's trying to poop into the hat that he just put on his head. And one of them's like, maybe he poops out of his head. They laugh.
I'm gonna walk up to them right in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Angelic Aspect on myself.
All right.
So, in a hail of glorious angel fire, I burst out with giant black wings that sprout from my back, my eyes glowing with fires of damnation and just glorious awe. I seem to swell in size and yell, "Now, son of Jarrell, kneel before Zod."
All right. All right. Why don't we roll for initiative, suckers?
I cast Clarion before we start.
Okay, on our initiatives.
On cue, I'm using my costume change to look like Superman when he says that.
Well, I was gonna cast Clarion Call on Gabriel to make him sound like a booming trumpet when he said that. Just if I had the time, I don't know. He was like yelling, make him sound badass at the very end.
Yeah, if you want to throw that in.
Yeah, like it just makes his voice.
You guys all huddled real fast and turned around and.
Well, as he was talking, I realized
Delaware's looking all Superman and buff,
Yeah.
and Gabriel's like all loud and angelic. But you didn't scare him, so now you got to fight him.
Okay.
Can I at least give it some kind of what's the?
I try to make him look intimidating.
Intimidate check. Yeah, intimidate
Sure.
check.
I mean, sure, roll it.
I think that went just the way Dave described it.
Dungeon Master's prescient.
All right. Well, let me do that so I get 4. So that's then.
What's that?
Okay. That's my ability to add onto my initiative using my abilities as
Time
a
dial.
chronomancer.
Time skills.
Ooh.
Yeah, he does that sometimes.
Which yeah, then so it's plus.
All right, I'm gonna roll my initiative.
Gabe, is that one of your initiative rolls up there?
17 is me.
I'm 9.
All right. Nice. All right, Legboot, what are you doing? What are you gonna do since you're all slow?
Yeah. I'd like to start singing, and I'd like to fly up into the air, just about, not too far, just kind of where I can get a nice angle on these guys, and
Right.
start singing. The song that I sing is very interesting. Goes like, just like that. That's it. That's the song.
Nice. It's definitely beatboxing is definitely strange and odd to these brigands, and it unsettles them. They're just gonna do their pretty standard fan out and start dealing blunt object trauma to the people who are not giving them the loot. That's their MO. Gabe, what are you gonna do?
What are we?
Uh,
We're muggers. Yeah? Muggers.
yeah, I'm just gonna start smacking some fools.
Nice. Delaware, how about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with before we get into wasting magic on these putzes. Let's just start shooting them with lasers.
Sounds good. All right, roll your laser shoots. Laser shooting.
Okay, so
Dips
Start
beneath the
with
lasers.
12,
Hit.
and then I'll roll the second one, and then we'll figure out damage.
Our tokens look awesome, by the way. Good job on that.
Okay, so then that is. So then, hold on a second.
Legboot?
Oh, mic check.
D8.
Oh, yeah. I would like to cast.
Oh, no. It's just
Oh.
a thank you, Legboot, because you said the tokens look awesome.
Oh. Okay.
So the hold on, that's 23, and then 6, 28.
So the first one?
Well, no, that's the total for both hits.
I thought. Oh, you hit one guy with 2 of them.
Whatever. Yes.
He's dead. He dead now. He dead.
All right,
You burned
good.
him.
Good.
How about you, Gabo?
Whoever's closest to me.
Make your attacks, sucker.
Yeah. It's just.
Don't forget, I give you a bonus.
Not until your turn, dude. You're last.
Oh.
That seems
So
we have
you're
lost
fine.
Gabe again.
Oh no, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Gabo,
First
can
attack.
you hear me?
Or maybe he can't hear us. The DM can't hear us.
Nope, I can hear you
I'm
guys.
the DM. I can hear you.
Okay, good. Everybody
hear me?
everybody can hear each other, I think.
I can't hear Dylon.
I can hear everybody.
Can you hear me, Chris?
Can
Nope.
everybody else hear Dylon talking and I can't?
Nope.
Yep.
No one else can hear me.
We can all.
I cannot hear Dylan.
Lagboot can because we're still in a voice.
I
In
don't
the
hear Gabe
Google.
either, and he's supposed to be taking his turn right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
You dropped out of Discord? You might have to just rejoin it.
He just went
No,
on mute. No, he didn't.
Somehow he left Discord.
He's back.
Okay, there we go.
Still silent.
All right. Nope.
So I guess that's he rolled to attack.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, that's my attack roll.
It hits.
Okay. Yeah, I was still having issues with Discord. Sorry. Is he evil?
Spend some time and do detect evil.
No, I just deal 2d6 more if he's evil.
Yeah, you do 2d6 more.
Okay. Sorry.
+2 damage from me.
You haven't initiated that yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said
You're,
that. I'm
you're
sorry.
lowest in the initiative roll. Try. No, I mean keep trying. I
It's
mean,
the beer that's catching up to me already. I'm getting drunk. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go get another one.
Okay. And then it's 11 plus. Hold on. So 23 damage.
you're attacking with your Tetsubo.
Yes.
You just caved the dude's skull in. He was not
Okay.
expecting such an attack.
Is there a second guy that I can attack?
Yeah, this guy right over here.
All right. I'm guessing a critical fail misses.
Yeah, you got a splinter in your hand. It freaking hurts.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Lag Boot, you now are giving them the power of the beatbox.
Awesome.
Gabe, you're getting dude on you, and same thing to you. Dude circles around. He was not all about those lasers. He was like, "What?" He's gonna attack you, Delaware. Gabriel, dude with angel wings and awesomeness. Does 20 hit you?
20 misses.
16 does. Oh, okay. And then Delaware, will a 5 hit you?
No.
These suckers woof hard. Next round. Lagboot, what are you gonna do?
Can I see if are all of them really close to Gabriel and Delaware?
Gabriel's surrounded, as a matter of fact, but one of the guys who's on his flank is involved in trying to hit Delaware with a big mallet. The two guys on Gabriel have axes. Gabriel and Delaware are doing their thing,
Okay.
and then there's 2 corpses on the ground.
Okay.
Should we come back to you?
Yeah, come back to me.
He's flapping up in the sky. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna punch some more fools. Punch him with my bat.
Yeah,
Delaware?
what we did last time seemed to work pretty well.
All right, shoot your little lasers then.
Okay, so are we getting the beatbox bonus this
Mhm.
time now?
Yep.
Sure. It's giving you the feels.
So that's an extra 2. So that's, let's start here. Plus 14.
Whoa. That's not good.
That was the opposite. All right, you hit him.
Okay. This time let me roll damage first. So, oops. We'll do them individually. Eight. 14.
He's dead as well.
Okay, so with my second attack, I'm gonna go for one of those bastards near.
Got a clean
Near
shot at this
Gabe.
sucker right here.
So that'll be. Oh, fail.
No, it's a touch attack, right?
No, it's a laser. It's a ranged attack,
All right.
and I
Yeah, you
critically
missed.
failed.
Goes wide. Oh man. Oh man.
Grazed Tyrion's hair.
You accidentally put the battery in backwards, and it started to sound like a speaking spell.
That did not work. Oh well.
All right. Gabbo, do your attacks. Do your worst. Doesn't
Uh-oh.
matter. These guys will murder you.
Hmm.
They've got that swagger.
Okay. 21.
Hit.
18 damage plus 26 damage first.
T-ball him.
Second attack. 15 hit.
Hits.
Oh, okay.
I yell out, "You guys are nothing!" As he's
Where did you
swinging.
get the D20 plus 8 for damage?
Oh, because sorry. I was excited for saying 37. But,
Yeah, that's cool.
19 damage.
That'll kill him too. You guys got a bunch of brigand corpses sitting around you. Smashed, bloody, burned.
Are any of them like just out? But we could like mend their wounds and send them on their way with a message.
Yeah,
Dang.
I guess there's one that's not too dead if you wanted to cast a quick heal on him of some sort. Because you guys got the feel. Can you give us that beat one more time? Yeah, you're feeling it. And that guy's alive right there.
I'll stabilize him.
Yeah,
Well, you're so kind.
I think this guy. If you know any other little punks in this neighborhood, you're gonna tell them who's in charge.
Yeah, tell them not to fuck with us.
And if we see you, or if we see anybody else
If we
pulling this
ever
shit, I'm
see-
gonna hunt your ass down,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna string you up by your testicles.
yeah, you fucking testicles, bro.
Don't string me up by my testicles, please. Who should I say? Who should I tell people not to fuck with?
Oh wait,
Who should
our crew
Who
needs a
should I
name.
say,
Yo,
who
we
should
need
I
a
say
name.
ain't nothing to fuck with?
Well, don't say Wu-Tang Clan. Don't say Wu-Tang Clan. No,
We
we
the
need a name.
Wu-Tang
Like our crew
Clan,
needs a
son.
name.
Um,
I just realized we
Wait.
need a name.
I think we're the Lag Boot Clan. Ain't nothing to fuck with.
I don't know.
Yeah. The badasses using magic.
Yeah, we're just the badasses, man. We're the badasses.
One of them-
I will tell my fellow highwaymen and robbers
Don't
not to
fuck
fuck
with
with the
us.
with the badasses who use
Yeah,
magic.
one along. Jackass.
We really gotta come up with a better name, guys.
He kind of limps off. Yeah, but you've already established the brand. Like if you
We
change
can't
your name from
it
the
now.
badasses who use magic, and then people start fucking with you again. If you change your name, you lose all your previous cred.
It's long, but can we use it as a placeholder and assume that we had a name by this point?
No, absolutely
it.
not.
Damn it!
I'm not gonna let you meta that shit.
Damn
I
it!
think
Got some homework. Come up with a good name. Come up with a good ass name for the party.
I think the Lag Boot Clan
No,
is the name.
no.
You're the face.
You are the face, and you do provide all the tasty beats.
No, I kind of like the badasses who use magic better, actually, if I'm honest.
It's a bit of a
It's
mouthful.
descriptive. It doesn't. It doesn't leave you in doubt of who they're
Delaware
referring
had
to
me
in this
rolling,
world.
dude. He was so mad at these guys, like for no reason. They just were robbing us, man. People do it all the time.
I mean,
Yeah.
the acronym is BAHUM.
Tell all the
Which
people
could be
around
worse.
here. Tell all the people around here, man, not to mess with the badasses. Use magic.
That use magic. We spent $500,000 on our marketing campaign, and this is
fuck.
what we came up with. We're the badasses who
On
use
the
magic.
spot, on the spot,
Doesn't
that
even
was
roll
really
off the
difficult.
tongue.
I couldn't come up with anything.
I'll let you retcon it if you guys have a better one starting next session. Oh, that's the pop quiz at the beginning of next session. What's the better name than badasses who use magic?
Bahum.
BAHUM, we could do worse. There's consonants and vowels that break each other up.
But that sounds like something my daughter would say, and she's 13 months old.
Well,
Yeah, she's a cute
she is-
13-month-old though. She's
Bahum,
adorable.
it's a nonsense. No, yeah, I'm not as much angry at these guys as we don't need to deal with this nonsense. Clowns.
Yeah, whatever your name is, these guys don't actually deserve to know the real one.
Yeah, I got mad. I don't want to be wasting my time. We got bigger things to focus on than clowns like this. So spread the word.
You got it, sir. Badasses who use magic ain't nothing to fuck with.
Ooh, the Bahum clan. That's not bad.
Oh,
The Bahum clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
now I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, you put clan at the end of anything and it's either
It
racist
just sounds
or really
way
badass.
cooler. You're either racist or you're really badass. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. The Bahum clan.
Not to be confused with the bathroom clan.
No, we dealt with those guys.
It sounds so similar.
You guys did.
Well-
You guys did indeed deal with the bathroom clan back in the day. You guys
And
set up
also-
a new king of bathroom clan.
Also, Brock might be part of the bathroom clan. Not gonna lie.
He's a fan of the upper deckers.
He's the assassin of the bathroom clan. He's the jizza.
As that dude was knocked out, he got shit on by him. Like,
You got to be inventive when you're trying to do an upper decker in a world that has no toilets. I think in this instance, Brock invented getting swifty.
Swifty.
All right. Oh, we're getting swifty in here.
show me
Hey,
what you got.
Happy new episode of Rick and Morty, gentlemen. This concludes the events and happenings of the Next Bardo this evening.
Pleasure,
Right on.
as usual.
This was fun.
You
It
guys,
was a nice break in the monotony.
dude,
Yeah, this
there's
was
been a lot of that crap.
I mean, every week's fun, but I really had fun.
All right, peace out, my homies.
Yep. See you
All right,
next week, guys.
Till next time.